passed in 4 into 4. So yeah, let's begin. Okay, the first thing you should do is just practice. That's not the thing that I come to say in this video. So let me just begin with like giving you example solves. If you are not seeing my examples walkthrough solves, just click on the icon here and you'll be led up there. So yeah, let's just see in. And yeah, the cube magically got unscrambled. And basically in competitions what I do is I just waste my 15 seconds time, and I believe in God and just start with solve. And that's not the thing that I came to say here. I'm just kidding. Okay, now let's do some serious talks. So at first, for first center, let me just show you, like, the two pieces are here and one piece here and another piece is here. So basically when I face like this, all the pieces are in back side. So most of the time I don't solve like this. I just keep my all my center faces here, so that I can just do with R move. But if I keep like this, I have to do with L moves, because all of my pieces are in left side. So in order to bring them to right side, I just rotate my cube two times, that is x2 and what sorry y2. Okay, now here what I do is, first I join these two pieces. I most of the time don't join these two pieces unless unless one bar is completed. So first I join these two pieces like this, and I do F and R to join these two pieces, and then bring them back here. So this is how I do the first center. So basically when I do the first center, I'll just plan out my second center as one bar, or it will just be completed. Um, and the last center and the last bar for second center will be completed in just like half a second for me. Last bar alone, not insertion is not included. So yeah, let's move to the next center or next example. And sometimes there are like dumb cases for which people think a lot, like just take this yellow center. These two pieces are there and these two pieces are there. So basically what I do is I combine these two pieces first, because if I join these two pieces, this one will go back and it will be difficult for me to join these two pieces. But if I join these two pieces first, I'll get these two pieces in the front. I can start with my a white center, opposite center, just like that. So if you are like using at first, I'll recommend you to just shift to Yao method, because Redux method in 4 into 4 is kind of not that fast. It will take you a lot of time to just become sub 50, if I believe so. So yeah, uh, even I changed to Yao method while I was in sub 48, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. Well, I was sub 48, I shifted to Yao method, and it has helped me to become sub 42 or 41 right now. Okay, after completing the first two centers, I feel my cube a lot. That's like without even seeing backside, I can recognize which pieces were. So I sense that that's a white piece on this side and another white piece on this side. So yeah, it ended up being correct. Yeah, just kidding. I just saw the cube before I started recording the video. So now at first I just most of the time I just plan out my first three pairs while doing the first two centers itself. I'm skidding right now also. So yeah, when I do my first pair, I plan out my rest two pairs. This is serious. I'm talking about seriously right now. And yeah, let me just show you. So these two pairs are like which can be solved like this. And now if you see that since none of my centers are solved except two, and none of my pairs are solved, none of zero are solved, I just use M slices, because if suppose if pieces are here, I see most of the beginner cubers doing like this move and this move to insert them to in the front side. So what I prefer is just doing M slice, or just turning your cube like this, and just turning your cube like this. So while I join this, I noticed that the orange and green and white piece is here, and another green and white piece is here. So when I insert this here, so that will be oriented, white will be oriented with the white, I see that this piece will go backside, this piece will come here. So I know that this piece must come here in order to orient these two together. Very simple. So another thing is that when none of the centers are solved except two of them, just use the free space rather than just shifting your side and just inserting like a normal pair. So instead of that, you can, instead of with no rotation, you can just do F and then insert it together, because none of the four centers are solved where most of them slice happen. And now I insert this and I see that these two pieces can be combined, that is orange and white piece, which can be combined like this and inserted. Now for after completing 3 edge pairs and 2 centers, remaining 4 centers had to be solved. So most of the time, that's like about 80 to 90% of the time, I just do half centers, which helps me a lot. Since I'm a right-handed cuber, I do a half of the center and place it on the left-hand side. For example, now if you see that one bar of green is completed, instead of keeping it in right-hand side, I just do F2 and keep it in the left-hand side. So make sure that you don't do the F2 move with this orientation, because this piece will get splitted. So use the unsolved edge pair to do the F2 move. After completing half center, just remember the orientation. That's like you have to remember the orientation, like blue, red, green. Opposite to blue is green, and left of blue is red, and left of red is green, like that. So you don't need to strain a lot for half centers, because suppose just take this case. So most of the people, just like if you're not doing half centers, will combine these two and do R prime move. So in this, basically you can't just like become so fast, and I would recommend that you don't do this also. So now if you just combine this, I complete one half of center. That's more than enough for right now. And I bring that to left hand side, and I now complete the blue center. After this, I use the fourth unsolved center to complete the last. So to complete the rest 3 centers. That's like, now since red is opposite, I try to complete first. Since red is opposite to the unsolved state, unsolved center, so I just solve the red first. That's like this piece and this piece will be combined like this. And now I solve the blue center like this. Yeah, I broke a pair, and I really don't care at first for this. So now, and I'm going to break another pair. So now here I either solve orange or I'll just solve this green bar, because this is the last 2 centers. There's no use of solving, like thinking to solve which one to solve, thinking of solving which one. So now I join this and bring this together like this. Now after this, first I just complete 8 centers and then I come back to this one. I'm getting again. First I do this and then I go back to rest 8. So what I do is, I join these two pieces like this, bring it like this, then do R prime U prime, R prime move. So this makes it more faster and less rotation, and yeah, it reduces the rotation, because most of the people, after solving the pair, they just bring it back and then do U2 and then insert it and then orient it, and after that they start their and after that they just solve their last 8 edge pairing. The thing that I'm going to say now is very serious. You have to like remember the whole cube during the inspection time. You have to remember each and every piece which moves where to in the inspection time, so that you get sub 1. Nah, just kidding. So after completing the 6 centers, I mean all the centers, and then base pairs, base cross edges, and now you have to complete the rest 8 edge pairs. For this, I'm now serious. So for this, you have to like remember most of the pieces, at least like out of 8 edge pairs, you have to remember 5 to 6 edge pair pieces, unsolved edge pair pieces where it is, so that you can spot them easily whenever the rotation is done. For example, now if you see that these two pieces, red and green, these two can be joined together. So when I join this, I see that this piece is here and this piece is here. So I just keep that in mind, and I see this piece before slicing back. Before slicing itself, I just see that piece, and I insert this piece here, so that I can join the, when I bring this back, I can join these two pieces, and then I join this piece here, and I see that this orange must go back. So the orange piece was either be here, right? Yeah, it's here, because I see that none of the orange pieces, I mean orange and yellow pieces are there up, so that I guess that it must be here, because the green and yellow pieces here. I am serious, I just guessed it. And after this, I slice it back and I join these two pieces, and I insert this piece here, and it brings to a parity case. Okay, now I'll be mentioning you the time splits for each of the thing to solve in the 4 into 4. That's like first two centers must be solved in this much time. For timing still sub 130. There will be like sub 130, sub 1, sub 50, sub 40. So yeah, I won't do sub 40 because I myself am not sub 40. So after some few weeks I'll become sub 40 consistently. So yeah, see you in a few weeks for a 4 into 4 video. So bye guys, see you in my next video. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. So see you in my next video guys, bye. And yeah, do give me suggestions for my next videos or coming up future videos so that I'll make arrangements for it. I'll do every single video you put in a comment.